there, and that makes the devotees happy, getting them a fill of getting drenched in the rains, because that is the love of the Lord himself that has drenched everybody before drenching them in droplets of water. This is the aerial view of the entire spot. On the background is the 12th century edifice, that is Lord Jagannath's temple, standing on a compound of 11 acres and little more. And everybody is waiting for the arrival of the Pontiff from the Govardhana Pitha, the 145th Pontiff, or the Sankaracharya, the order that began with Adi Sankara more than 2,500 years back, 2,500 years back. Actually, he was instrumental in bringing a divine order and a greater amount of discipline into the worship and into the rituals in the temple. And he is understood to be the propounder of the Mukti Mandapa, or the seat of the Brahmins coming from the 16 settlements of the Brahmins. Even today, at the time of doubts and disbeliefs, people from all over, they throng to the wise men of Mukti Mandapa, or the altar of salvation, so to confer with them to get their advice. When I say about Mandapa, there are more than 30 Mandapas or altars there related to the temple of Lord Jagannath. Now comes in the screen the temple of Goddess Batamangala. Falling on the way to enter into the holy city of Puri, and this is the gateway that leads to Puri. And once somebody enters the gates, on the left side there is the temple of Goddess Batamangala. It used to be a different temple, but in the last few years there has been a renovation, complete renovation, but the original image has been there. And everywhere people, they believe that the first darshan, or paying the ovations, like the devotees paying ovations there, after paying ovations with Goddess Batamangala, one can enter the holy city of Puri to pay the ovations to Lord Jagannath. Particularly during the time of Navakalevara, or the new body celebration that happens in a gap of time, 15 years or 16 years or even 18 years, Batamangala temple attends a different caliber, and different sets of rituals happen there. Mangala, the word comes from Mangala means welfare. And the local people, particularly on the Tuesday and on the Thursday, they throng in large numbers to this temple to seek the blessings for the welfare of themselves and their families. And particularly the women devotees, they go to the temple in large numbers. Not that the men are debarred, like that happens in many of the temples in South India. That is the beautiful temple complex. And coming back from Batamangala, we now arrive at Grand Avenue, where Lord is seated, waiting for the other rituals and the practices to happen, so that the grand event will be unfolded, the dragging of the cables. They are the devotees, and mostly he is guarded by the non-Brahmin devotees called Daitapatis. The strong-bodied, the hefty-bodied devotees, those who have a major role to play in the events of the temple, particularly for 1 month completely. And not that they don't arrive in the temple in the other parts. Of course they come, but they do not have much role. They do not come in their complete community. So this is how it happens. And for 1 month completely, a day before the bathing festival, when they enter to the Sanctum Sanctorum to put the makeshift ladder. And on the next day, they carry the lords to the bathing altar in Pahandi also. And then they take back the lords to the main temple. And here is the chariot of Devadalana, where Goddess Shubhadra is seated there. Each of the chariots has been entrusted with different sets of functionaries. Even the temple priests. The temple priest, who is allotted to the, of course, ceremonially and hereditarily allotted to the chariot of Lord Jagannatha, that is Nandi Ghosha. This is another place of, this is called Atharanola, and this celebrates the Odishan architecture. This is in fact a pathway for the excess of water, so that the water flows out of the Puri city, and here the Garuda stands there with folded hands looking at the temple of Lord Jagannatha. And there are spans, 18 spans are there. That is called Atharanola. Athara means 18 and Nola means the passage. 18 passage, the bridge is there, and it is built out of only condylite stones and no cement, and nothing has been fixed to it, but still then it is there.